we followed up then on September 11th with a landlord summit, and then we kicked off earlier this month with a tenancy training with folks that are in supportive housing, in a training on teaching them how to be good tenants. And then later this month, we will also be kicking off a quarterly landlord lunch and learn to engage with our landlords and bringing in new landlords and teaching them, working with them on what it is to partner with us and our community partners in the efforts to end homelessness and work with folks that in our system. So with that ends our presentation.
Thank you, Michelle. We appreciate that. Does anybody have any comments or questions?
Well, if I might, Madam Chair. You, and actually maybe you three right here represent some of the very finest people working in government I've ever run across. And I want to congratulate you for the depth of understanding that you have and what you're trying to help us understand and what the community can gain if they'll begin to understand these things too. So thank you very much for your leadership.
We could not do it without the several hundred employees that do the heavy lift, that work family by family, ask the hard questions, do the hard work so that we can stand here and just represent them to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Jones.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you so much for all you guys are doing. And the city has taken a different tack to approaching homelessness. I guess my question is, if adopted, how is that going to affect your work in this space?
As I understand the proposed ordinance, commissioners, is that if an individual comes in contact with law enforcement and is offered the opportunity for a shelter bed, and there's availability and they choose not to take that, then there could be civil penalties or incarceration. Right now, I'm not sure the driver of said ordinance because we have 6,000 street homeless and only 2,000 shelter beds. Hence your investment in expanding the sheltering and housing opportunities. So we're not really clear as to the purpose or desired outcome of that ordinance, but we anticipate that it will put fear into the population, which will increase our burden of connectivity and outreach. It already takes on average about 13 contacts to build trust because you have to have social capital that someone understands you're really there to help them. We have to be able to find them if they're facing addictions or mental health issues. We have to find them in that moment of clarity where they say, this is the moment I want help and I'm in a space to make that decision. And by heightening fear around that, that compounds the inability for them to be able to make those decisions properly at times. So we hope that more compassionate techniques will prevail as we continue to work with our partners throughout the Valley.
Okay, Commissioner Weekly.
Thank you, Commissioner Jones, for asking the question because I have been following that as well, and I saw on the newscast last night that they'll be addressing it in November, I believe, sometime in November. And so I guess my question to you is, well, let me make a comment first. I know that all municipalities from the city of North Las Vegas to Las Vegas, everybody's trying to deal with how do they tackle this issue and get their hands around it. And, you know, Commissioner Brown, I know you remember the days when we were dealing with the whole issue of homelessness in the corridor there and just coming up with different ideas and, of course, receiving a lot of backlash. I remember Mayor Oscar Goodman at one point looking to do a program where they were talking about purchasing bus tickets to send people back to where they came from if they needed it. And the backlash from that was really, really great. So this one is a little tougher as well. But I guess my question to you both would be, with the Southern Nevada homelessness continuum of care, what's the conversation there, and do we have them involved in this initiative that Clark County is putting forth here today?
Yes, absolutely, Commissioners. We do. We do nothing with our partners. I do want to, I guess I'll tackle head on and take on any myths that there is a disconnection between any of the city staff and our staff. Many of these individuals, Dr. Hibbler included at the City of Las Vegas, have worked shoulder to shoulder with us on these issues for decades. They're truly invested. They recognize the approaches that work and those that don't. So I believe there is a level of connectivity with staff and our partners in the community, and that was why one of the foundational components of our plan to you is that we leverage those collaborations, not destroy them or move away from them, but invest more heavily into them, because we know we cannot do this alone. This is a community-wide issue, and why you see us